Okay, so the question is ask us to find an example for each of the bias we discussed in the class. We can find the example either in real life or newspaper, website, or book. So what we learned in class, we learned four different bias. They are sample bias, non-response bias, measurement bias, and the response bias. So we will do one by one. So for sample bias, sampling bias, uh, so we will talk about sampling bias first. Where did I find it? Actually, this is the one of the assignments we did before, which is about the 1948 U.S. presidential elections. So what is the effect of the bias? So what happened in 1948, the presidential election, is people trying to do survey for people who they're gonna vote. However, the method they used is through the phone. As you can see, the results reflect that the sampling method had oversampled the Republicans in their data, because by that time, as I mentioned before, the method they do the survey is through the phone. However, by that time, only rich people, they are more likely to have a phone at home, while the poor people, they don't have it. So since the method is through the phone, most likely the rich people will be surveyed. And also, rich people are more likely to be identified as Republicans. That is the reason the results shows that more people will vote for the Republicans. So the reason is the sampling bias, because they use like a specific sampling method, which is through the cell phone. So poor people, they are not included in the cell phone, most likely. So their opinion is not included. So the results will not be very accurate. So how I'm gonna fix it is, we can actually use different technologies such as Facebook, WeChat, email, cell phone for sure. I think nowadays more and more people use email, so or Facebook, or Twitter. So I think use that kind of new techniques will help us to fix this sampling bias. The second one is the non-response bias. So it is a survey I found online about Chinese bubble tea store. So the Chinese bubble tea store, they are trying to do a survey about their products. And they actually leave the survey sheet in the store so that the customer can take it and do the survey. However, the results show that 96% of people are very satisfied with their products, which doesn't make sense because it is too high. So there is non-response bias involved in this survey, because people who are actually satisfied with their product are more likely to do the survey voluntarily. However, for those people who are busy and who just don't like their bubble teas after they try it, they just simply skip it because they know they won't come to this store anymore. So there's non-response bias involved in it, and the way I'm thinking how to fix it is we can actually give people discount or give people gifts if they are willing to do the survey, so that by doing this, even people who they don't like your bubble tea, they will still do the survey because they want a discount or they want a small gift. The next one is the measurement bias. Where did I find it? Is basically in our daily life. So the measurement bias I'm talking about here is specifically about the leading questions. Leading questions is one of the measurement bias. So in our daily life, I'm pretty sure your mom will ask you, what do you want to eat for dinner or before breakfast? For example, my mom always asks me, what do you want to eat for dinner? Pizza, roast chicken, or roast beef, or any any other food. So most likely I will just choose the three options they give me: pizza, chicken, or pork, because I'm too lazy to think up something that I want to eat, right? Because too much food. So this is leading questions, because my mom gave me three specific options, and the other one say, oh, you can think about any food like, but because I'm too lazy to do that, I will just choose pizza, roast chicken, or roasted beef pork. So the way to fix it, I think, is my mom can just ask me, what do you want to eat, without giving me any options. So by that time, it will solve this leading question issue. Okay, the last one is the response bias. So I think I found this information online. So nowadays, a lot of university will do the survey at the end of each term, ask students about their teachers. So usually there's one question involved in the survey is, are you satisfied with your teacher? But as we know, as a student, we are really afraid of teachers giving us bad credits, right? So most likely, even we don't like the teacher, we'll say, okay, I'm satisfied with his work. But in reality, it's not like the same. Even the school told you it's your name won't appear on the survey. But as we know, we don't believe the school, right? So the way to fix it, I think, is instead of for each specific teacher, you ask do you satisfy with his work or with her work? I think the best way to do it is just ask you who is the best teacher you think for this term. By doing that, we can actually put the name we really think which is good on the survey, right? Okay.